Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. The guest gamer this week, we've got my wife Julie, who's going to be playing a game that came out this week. You might have heard of it. It's been doing the rounds, seems to be popular. It's called Untitled Goose Game. Hi Julie.
Hi.
So you like this game, don't you?
I love this game. I love this game very, very much. It is exactly the kind of game that is made for Julies.
Aha.
Shall I hit begin?
I think you should hit begin and we can tell everyone about it when we're in there. Because I haven't actually seen this game much, so I don't know much. So we're going to have to explain it to me as well as to
It's been
the crowd.
quite difficult waiting to tell you about it until we get recording. So.
I'm guessing the idea is you play the role of this goose.
The tagline for this game is, "It is a beautiful day in the village, and you are a horrible goose." And being a horrible goose is, quite honestly, really enjoyable. It's very satisfying. So we're in like a little tutorial section here. You may notice that my motion is a bit zigzaggy. I tend to use the keyboard rather than a mouse. Just a preference. I know how to use a mouse, but
You have a boot.
I do. So yeah, you just click to pick things up. So I'll drop the boot and I'll go to bend down and pick up the tennis ball. There. I think when I first played this, I was able to land the tennis ball in the boot. That might have just been luck.
Might have been a fluke.
It might have been a fluke.
So what do you think is the overarching goal of this game?
Well, the goal of the game is to be a pest, I believe. This horrible goose. Oh no, hang on, there's a bottom bit on the gate as well. Control.
Oh my god, this is adorable.
Isn't it?
Now,
the animation style is part of what makes this just really delightful. The waddling of the goose.
yep.
Will swim fast.
Oh, this is cool. Sandwiches.
Yeah. Oh, I'm taking that. Yeah.
Now, so I have a thing, right? When I play any sort of role-playing game, and you've got a choice between being bad and being good, like, I can't help myself. Like, I actually can't help myself. I actually have to try and be good. Like, I'm
a bit the same. I don't really like to be a villain.
But you're a villain in this.
You
You're
are-
a villainous goose.
I was saying to Brad, Dave's nephew, that it's like you're chaotic evil, but evil is too strong a word. It's more like chaotic naughtiness. But definitely strong on the chaos, which I think is the fun part.
Do you think there's a certain catharsis a little bit? Like, everyone has annoyed you during the day or the week, and you can kind of take out your frustrations by being
Absolutely.
a horrible
You're just
goose?
like, I am just going to be naughty here. So we have, there are some loose goals for the game, and we can look at them.
Oh, yes.
There is a to-do list. So you get into the garden, put the rake in the lake, have a picnic. So there's usually, each stage of the game has a few varying difficulty tasks. So getting to the garden's relatively easy, whereas making the groundskeeper wear his sun hat is quite difficult. Having a picnic, there's usually a collection type task as well. So, and you can check this at any time.
Well, I think you should just start with the game as you normally would and play it and try and achieve some goals.
Yeah.
I think we've given people enough of an overview.
All right, so
And I'll just ask questions
now,
as we go.
previously I was able to get through a gate by poking at it, but there's nothing to grab a hold of here.
Is the game maybe different every time you play it slightly?
No, sorry, I was thinking about the gate during the little tutorial area, but I know how to solve this one.
Right.
I'm going to haul this crap around. And then I'm going to go over here and see what I can do. Oh yeah, give me the radio. Oh, come on you. I need to hold down the 2 arrow keys, come on. Let me have it. You won't let me have it.
It was there for a second.
It was. Fine, do you know what? I'll just mess it up some more. Just try and See if I can tip it off a bit.
Oh, what was that? Something
Here we
came
are. Yeah.
up. Right.
Right. Now, he's a very lazy gardener. You don't have to race to get through because
Right.
he just leaves it open.
Right.
He's shocking. Task complete.
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah. Also, you can flap your wings whenever you like,
Uh-huh.
as well as honking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 'cause we hadn't done that apart from when we first started, had we?
Yeah, so you can honk and annoy people. You can tell what they're about to do. They have a little thought bubble up there.
You're a slightly clairvoyant goose. You can
And to
understand
be
their
fair,
motivations.
the people in this village are a little bit predictable. So I'm like, this goose has done this before. This is a good day for this goose. He's like, yeah.
Right.
She. I've decided she's a she because I'm a she.
Well, it is a goose, not a gander game.
That's true.
It's not Untitled Gander.
It is. So I'm going to steal some jam. Maybe see if I can avoid the gardener.
Is this for your picnic?
It is. Oops, he's going that way. I'll go this way.
Oh.
No.
Oh no, he got your jam.
Yeah. So if they see you and catch you in the act, they will try and harass you, and you can't hold on to the object once they start at you.
Now, I've been trying to avoid knowing too much about the game, which has been a little bit hard because everyone's been talking about it, and it was reasonably easy to understand some things about it. But one thing I did see someone say is an alternate name for this should be called Metal Goose Solid.
Oh.
Which you haven't probably played, but you've seen other people play Metal Gear Solid.
I believe I have. Yeah.
And one of the things about that is there's a lot of stealth where you've got to get past guards and stuff.
Yes.
And so I can totally see how it's Metal Goose Solid.
Yeah, the category of the game in the Epic Games Store was stealth comedy. I can't think what the other... They had another word for it. Stealth comedy something.
The bag was going to let you do something.
It was, and I want to...
it's a picnic basket, isn't it?
It's a picnic basket.
Oh.
And I'm going to... So some things are too heavy
for
you to really carry, which makes some puzzles more difficult than others.
Well, you're a fair way to this picnic.
Yeah, and it gives you a little progress as you go.
Pumpkin, carrot, jam, thermos, radio.
Radio is difficult because, as you saw when I picked it up earlier... Oops.
Oh, you didn't have to turn it on. It turned on by itself.
It turns on as soon as you pick it up.
I see.
So one way to win is to just be faster than the gardener when you get his radio. Apparently, a different way of doing it is to wet the radio so that it breaks and doesn't make any noise anymore.
Right.
I wasn't able to do that. I couldn't work out... Well, I was able to get it wet, but not enough wet to break it.
All right.
Which was disappointing. I like to honk when the bells are going. Look at him, he glares at me. He's like, what? Right.
I see is that the radio on top of his...
Yes, it is. That's where he's put it.
So but you got to get in the lake or something, don't you?
Yeah, I've got to put the rake in the lake.
All right, but he will try and chase you.
He will. That's okay.
But can you do things like honk and get him to run away from you to a certain area to get him where you want?
No, but you can... Oops, I'll try to be quiet.
Very noisy rake.
It is. It's very annoying.
He's cottoned on.
I just have to be fast. And some of them...
You're stuck.
I'm stuck. Oh. This is my terrible... because I've now achieved this goal, I've got to let go of it, get my head out from under the water. Now that I've achieved the goal, even if he gets the rake and brings it back, that's okay. I've achieved that goal.
Now, I'm assuming, it's a non-violent game?
It's mostly non-violent. The only part that myself and some other people have had a problem with is when you have to scare a little boy. It is a bit...
Oh, there's a question mark
there. Oh, the question mark is when there's something you can pick up, but you can't... It's not visible.
Right.
But usually you know what you've put.
Yep.
Oh, I like this. So you can hide this from him so that when he needs it later, he wanders around looking for it.
Is that one of the tasks, or is that just a thing
No, it's a good distractor. So he's going to look for it now. And if I wanted to do something else...
You'll spend more time.
Yes.
So you might be able to get the radio, maybe?
I am
Or
going to
the
leave
jam.
the radio till last.
Uh-huh.
Because it's noisy and it's difficult. I'm just going to take this jam and run.
Do you go faster with your wings out or anything?
No, sadly. You have to hold down shift to run. But I think it would be funnier if it was... Yeah. The problem, too, is once he realises where your picnic is, he starts going to get them back.
So you can kind of fail it a little bit by him making you have to do it multiple times until you actually get it.
Yeah, it's harder work.
So you don't just want to run all the stuff straight to it.
Yeah, you kind of want to... So he's realised it's gone, but he doesn't know what I've done with it.
But if he followed you when you're doing something else, you shouldn't be.
That's correct. He might see where I've got them all stashed.
So if you're getting close to there and he was behind you, you might actually abandon.
Sometimes I just drop it and decide, no, I don't want you to know where I'm up to.
Or you could do things maybe like steal one pumpkin and take it like way, way, way up the other side of the thing, so he goes and gets that, but you're... You
could, yeah.
Maybe.
So there's ways of distracting by doing different naughty things than the naughty things on your to-do list. So how's my picnic's going pretty well. I've got to get... Oh, an apple. I thought I already got the apple.
So if he got the rake out of the lake, that would be the getting him wet as well?
It didn't seem to work that way when I did it last time, but it's possible. Maybe if you pulled it right into the middle of the lake.
And then you'd have to see it.
Yeah, I thought I'd grabbed an apple from here. I didn't.
Is that on the bench? Because he had an apple as well,
didn't he? He did, but it's easier to just grab this one.
Yep.
Oops. Going for a swim. Up this way. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, so for all our long dark followers... there's cattails in the edge of the lake there. Oh,
does it count still? Yeah,
yep,
still thinks
it's still on there.
Still thinks the
But yeah, we got cattails, but I'm assuming you can't do anything with those cattails.
I don't know. Let's find out.
No, so for everyone playing along at home, you can't use those for Tinder or for food.
Oh, that's a shame. No.
Right.
So you're starting to see how this game goes. He's still looking for his trowel. Poor man. Oh.
Thermos. You want to get the thermos?
Yeah, I'm going to get the thermos. Whoops. That's not what I meant. I like how the goose sometimes walks away innocently. Yeah, just la la la. I'm innocent.
Oh, you get him. There's a tap you can turn on too.
There is.
Is that one of the ways to get him wet? Or?
It is. Oh, see, I have to wait until he's not looking now. I took too long.
If you turn on the tap now.
Yeah, that would be one way of doing it. The thing that I like about the game is that there's more than one way to solve each problem, and it's not picky about how you do it. As long as you get there in the end. Oh, no, drop it. That's not going to work. You hear the music changes.
When you've been
sprung. It's like, no. And he glares at you every now and then like, you naughty goose.
Right.
But I've done quite well. I've managed to get a pumpkin, a carrot, and some jam. I'm going to prepare a little bit for a later task. Because there's...
Oh, there's a hole.
There's a hole.
Ooh, secret passage.
Yes.
No game is complete without
a secret passage.
Yeah,
I didn't want that.
I see how you could get him wet now, though.
Yes. You noticed that, did you? So what I might do, while he's cleaning that up, I might go and get that trowel.
Because you could put things like the thermos there or something as well.
You could.
And you could kill two birds with one stone, put the radio there, and get the radio wet and him wet at the same time, maybe? It might be too hard. Give him the time.
The radio is difficult because it... Where's my... It's a little bit difficult. I've made... Yeah, there we are. The radio is the most difficult because it immediately makes noise.
Oh, but he might have almost spotted you.
That's okay.
Yeah, but he might pick it up before you've had a chance to turn on that tap.
No. I know what I'm doing here.
Okay. Too much backseat driving.
Backseat goose herding.
Oh. Yeah!
It's very satisfying.
So...
And he's just like, you terrible goose.
What happens when you honk at him?
Oh, he, Where's my honk?
Oh, he's not really intimidated by
No,
you.
he just thinks I'm a pest.
Okay.
If you annoy him enough, eventually he puts up a sign saying no geese.
But some people get a bit grumpy at you and scared of you. Like,
Yeah,
people
people
scared?
have different reactions.
Right.
So in a later section, there's a lady who... No, he spotted me again. I should have checked where he was before I... The way the goose is just like, no, I am innocent, goose. I do not do
Did you
this.
wander him off there, or did that automatically wander off? Is that where you...
No, I made him go
Okay.
away just because I find it amusing. But also, there's a bit of a proximity detector, I guess I'd call it. And they're less reactive further away.
Yeah.
So I can hear him gardening. There's a little chink chink noise.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to quietly...
So what does the hole in the fence let you do?
The hole in the fence lets me hide his hat.
Ah.
So that when I steal his hat, he can't find it.
Right. Okay.
So I just need the radio now to finish that. I still need to steal his keys and make him wear his sun hat.
Oh, so you got to get his regular hat and you've got some a more ludicrous hat. Is that what happens?
Yeah, there's a little sun hat on the
right.
garden shed. It's quite cute. I actually found the hat the most difficult task. He just looks at me like, what?
The keys looks like it's going to be tricky.
The keys is I thought it would be harder,
Right.
but you kind of just pester him until he's distracted. But it is definitely a stealth game, and just for a second there you can
This is like
see...
pickpocket sort of scenarios in
Yeah.
all the other stealth games.
Yeah, it is very, very much a stealth game. Which is part of the fun. And he gets used to you following him a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't actually intend to trip you up. That wasn't the type of mischief I had in mind.
So you're a little bit further ahead in this game, but you haven't finished it yet, have you?
That's correct.
Aha.
I'm in the next section.
Right. Just ruffling the feathers there.
I do like flapping the feathers. There are other ways to make him wear the hat, but they all involve getting the hat to a point where he can't see it, and I found that quite difficult to get it far away enough before he noticed.
Right.
So, see, if I get too close, he stops doing his tasks, his little routines.
Yeah.
I think he's noticed that pumpkin's gone,
Aha.
but he doesn't know where it is, so he doesn't know what to
So
do
we
about
don't want
it.
him to find that.
We don't want him to find that. But see how when he's close to me, he stops to look at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And in some tasks, that's problematic. You don't want him to stop and look at you. You want him to be unaware of you. So, but he has a set routine, like a lot of good stealth games. You have to sort of wait and watch long enough to find the pattern.
Right.
So I don't know what he's going to water next. I haven't been watching where he's up to in his little
I've been
routine.
distracting you.
You have. Oh, don't panic. Just going to steal your keys. It's fine.
And you don't have to put them on the picnic blanket, though. You just have to...
No, I just have to steal them successfully.
And so what will constitute successful stealing?
I'm not 100% certain.
You just run off with them?
Yeah, last time I just ran away and he didn't realise. Because I got him while he was bending down and digging.
Aha.
And so I just dropped them in the flower bed. And he just wandered around not knowing where they were.
Right.
So he's just looking at me like, you pesky goose. I've already got a carrot. I've already got all the food I need, and I've already made him wet. So sometimes you can, while you're waiting for him to get to a certain pattern, you can prepare for other tasks, or just generally make mischief. I needed a clear path for here because I'm not very good at directioning.
Yes.
I found I kept bumping into the bag of manure, so
Right.
I was like, oh.
Very Back to the Future of you, Julie.
It is very.
Like Biff.
So he's got his trowel, so I'm hoping he's going to go bend down and dig. And if he does, then I'll have a good chance at getting some keys.
Oh, quick.
Oh, yeah.
You have to get behind the wrong way.
I know.
Get the other direction.
I'll just stand there and look innocent.
Can you get any closer?
And just quietly saunter
Oh,
off.
you can just drop them now.
Innocently.
It's just, does they go, if he gets them back off you, do they count as unstolen?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
So you got that achievement, so does it uncross?
No. He's got them back, but I had them. So
Ah,
there's the sun hat we're aiming for him to wear.
I see.
So what else do I have to do still? I need the radio and
his
the sun hat.
And then you
Hmm.
and then have the picnic. But yeah, have the picnic isn't actually crossed off.
Yeah, no, because it's basically once you've gathered all of the things, that's sufficient.
Oh, because yeah, of course,
Oh, I
because
think-
the radio goes in that bit.
Yes. So there is how come on.
To hold it longer, like is the what button were you doing to grab things to?
Just a bit testy on that bit. And he's watching me, but I actually want him to catch me a couple times because that helps with a later task.
Right.
Oh, do you know what? I will just do the obvious thing here. Haha, give myself more room. He's like, what? No. So now watch what he does. He's like, no radio for you. Yeah.
Oh, it puts it on top.
Yes. Which does make it more difficult, but I was never actually able to run away with the radio while it was loose anyway. Made that a bit difficult for myself. Anyway, while that's happening. Don't like that.
Did you know that New Zealanders call what we would call an esky and the Americans will call a cooler? Do you know the New Zealanders call it a chili bin?
I do.
I've
New
met-
Zealand
I-
names for things are the best names for things, I think. A chili bin is an no, I won't try and do a terrible New Zealand accent.
We probably shouldn't.
No.
It's like
I'm not good at it.
it's like whole diplomacy things. We might end up in a war with New Zealand, like inadvertently.
Yeah. It'll be like the Emu War. But, so another way that I tried to get off his hat, to get his hat from him, is to pull up his prized flower.
Uh-oh. Oh, now I feel bad for him.
No. It's fine.
He replants it.
He replants it, which I find incredibly optimistic of him. But, you know,
Well,
it's his garden. It's his garden. He can do what he
probably a
likes.
fine line that the game makers are making here of like, because obviously you're being a pest and a bad character, but it's not. None of these things are gonna scar these people for life. Oh, quick!
And drop it in there, and then head out the other side.
Can you
Can't
find
reach it. Oh no, he could reach it.
You needed to probably take it all the way through, Julie.
No.
I don't think.
Oh, because if you put it outside, he goes looking for it. You've got to put it in the middle.
Right.
So I did not do that far enough. Oh, he's on to me. I love how the music changes. I do it anyway.
You just needed to be a bit further, did you?
Yeah, it was just a little bit too quick. If I can put it in there, can I put it in there? No, not really. Not really. But yeah, one time I tried preparing by getting rid of all the cabbages, but he kept putting them back.
Uh-huh.
And then I couldn't get his hat, so it was like, it's not worth it. I just have to get better at... So what I really need to do, I think, because he hasn't noticed about his flower, so I need to do something to attract his attention.
Radio, maybe?
Yeah, let's get the radio. No, I wasn't. He's like, you terrible goose.
What if you honk there near it?
Hi, look at me. Look at me in the flower damage. Yes,
There we go.
there we go. And I get in position. I know, it looks like trouble, doesn't it?
Run. Get
Oh
to
no,
the chopper.
I've gone and...
Oh, he missed. Go. Keep going that way.
I'm trying.
Keep going through for a bit further through.
Ah, he got me.
You're
Yeah, and this
stuck.
is where my lack of ability to drive is a bit of a... Look at him, he's so angry.
Alright. It's just his hat you've got to do and have the picnic, isn't it? And the radio.
Yeah.
Right.
But then once I achieve those, there's sort of a stretch goal that
I
appears.
see.
Which I would like to get to just because it amuses me. But if he's getting the trowel, I might not pull the flower up this time. I might just wait and see if I can.
If he's going to dig.
Because I have successfully stolen it from here as well. Just
How
not
long will he
successfully
dig? How
escaped.
long will he dig for?
Not very long, but it's longer if he's onto me because he keeps stopping.
Yeah.
So he's sort of still watching me. I must be too close. But yeah, it's definitely more difficult here. And I think my theory is that it's also more difficult here. He's more wary because the pumpkins are around, which are also stealable.
Yeah.
So if I stand over here where there's no pumpkin, maybe that will be a bit more relaxing for him. But look how he's keeping an eye on me, though.
Still staring at you. I think you're too close still.
The little tail wag that the goose does.
I just noticed that.
Isn't it gorgeous? No, he's just... I think the first time that I managed to get the hat there, I hadn't done enough other pesty things to annoy him.
You hadn't...
I hadn't increased his amount of alert.
Can you get him beside him? Probably not.
No, but I might be able to get a bit of this happening while he's distracted. No, he's done. Alright, I'll do that one. So at first I was taking the flower quite a long way away, but then I realised I don't really need to hide. I actually want him to find it.
Yeah.
So, really, he ought to be onto this trick by now.
It's like Memento. He's, it's not tattooed on his body, so he doesn't know. Run. Quick. Hurry. Go. More. Can you reach it? Have you succeeded?
Right, so I've put it there. We've got a question mark, so... Now, so previous times I'd taken the hat out here.
Did it say you've stolen the hat? Did it?
No, because stealing the hat
Oh,
isn't the
that's
goal.
right. Oh, he's going for it, Julie.
He is.
Quick, go get it. Get it
no,
back.
No,
He won't.
can't find it. He
Right,
can't find
okay.
it. But yeah, he'll come out here and look for it. So the first few times, I was just leaving it out here and thinking, oh, how far will he go? And testing the boundaries of how far he'd look.
What happens if you click on the lock for the gate?
Oh, it shuts yourself out, and then you have to turn on the
Oh,
sprinkler so he comes out to...
no.
Oh, too far! Oh, and now he's worried about his cabbages. Anyway, you see how the game goes. I won't be that naughty.
Oh, so you could have been getting the radio while he was maybe getting the hat too.
Oh, that's a good idea. But then he might see where my picnic is. So...
Because you...
Well, I have to try again with the hat anyway, so...
Or you could put it in the hose and get it wet and then it won't turn on.
True. Yeah, you clean that up for me, because I'm going to want a clean path later, so... That's good. He's little... He's like, no.
Oh, he's kicked you out of the way.
Yeah, he does. He gets increasingly...
Pushing.
Annoyed with me. Oh, I have to be quick. Run. No. If I get stuck there, I always get a bit... No, he doesn't know where I am. I don't know where I am.
Run. Can't
Can
reach
he
it.
reach me? He can't reach. But can he reach from the other side?
He's gone the sun hat. Needs a different hat.
Sorry.
Alright. Go get the radio while he's
I'm stuck.
He's trying to get his other son. You might not have enough time.
Wait until he's got that. There we go.
Right.
I'll just be a pest again.
A new to-do list item.
Yes.
Oh, he's gonna put the sign up.
Make the groundskeeper hammer his thumb.
Uh-oh. So it's a bit of a stretch goal, is it?
Yes. Although, to be fair, I did not find this one difficult. It's quite obvious what to do.
I've been there. Alright. Can you run off with the radio through the tunnel and get him to run back, and then
maybe.
you can put it in the water while he's doing it? No, do it quick. Too close.
I think you're right, though. I might try the sprinkler. See if that's a bit better. Whoops. No, I didn't actually mean to take that path. Run. Running. Nah, it's not
Gonna be
quite.
tricky.
No, that's the other handle, I think.
Oh, there we go. You can run for it. Go through the tunnel, maybe. Oh, you can make it. No.
This is as fast as I go, though. Yes! Got it!
Well done.
Yeah! Celebratory honk. But now he knows where my picnic is, so he will eventually try to.
Right, but you've succeeded.
I have succeeded.
The level
And
is over?
I feel victorious.
How does the level end now?
No, but I'll show you where he fell while I was running.
Aha,
There is
so
now
this
a
is
gate
now
to a
open.
new area.
Aha. Alright, so I think that's probably enough to give everyone a bit of an idea of this game. But
I think so.
you highly recommend this game?
I do. I find it delightful. I just want to show you one more thing,
Okay.
which is this here. Hello.
No.
I love just parading around making noises. So I highly recommend this game to people who like this kind of game. If gentle mischief with no terrible consequences appeals to you, this is perfect.
I think if you also just like puzzle games.
I think puzzle
as well.
games. I think if you like stealth games, you
Yeah.
will probably find it quite easy in that.
Yeah.
I think the stealth puzzles are fairly standard. The non-standard part is that you're a goose.
Wow.
That's about it.
I think we can all get behind that.
I think so.
Oh.
There's been a lot of fan art. People admire the goose. People have done fan art of the goose with the no goose sign, with the goose eating the no geese sign, and they put underneath it, no gods, no masters. And I believe there was also a little painting of the goose that said, I am to misbehave, which is a good one for the Firefly fans out there.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
All right.
But I think it's a nice type of game. It's a bit different from the usual. It's not, obviously, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but
Hang on,
if this
I'm
even
gonna
seems-
hit this is me
Yeah.
making a he. That is quite satisfying to make the goose honk.
It is
I'm
very-
sorry, small child.
yeah. I used to feel bad for that child, but he wipes his nose on his slave,
Right.
so he deserves everything he gets.
Well, there we go. So, well, thanks everybody for watching. This has been Julie guest playing the Untitled Goose Game, and me just asking random questions. And yeah, if it's your kind of thing, then you know you can pick it up in the Epic Games Store. I'm not sure if you can get it other places or not. Definitely on the
You
Epic
can get it
Games
on
Store.
the Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch. And shout out in the comments if you would like to see Julie play some more of the Untitled Goose Game, or if you have any other game suggestions you might want to see Julie play. Keeping in mind that puzzle games and other little maybe cute games and stuff like that.
Cute puzzle games.
Surreal even.
Surreal or arty games. I'm looking for recommendations. So suggest to me ones that you've enjoyed or that people you know have enjoyed.
Excellent.
I would love that.
This is Dave and Julie signing off. So say goodbye, Julie.
Bye.
All right, and it's bye from Dave as well. And I'll see you all either in my live streams or in some of the other Long Dark episodes or in Julie's future Untitled Goose Game endeavors. All right. Bye, everyone.